Hey JYDs, today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the consumerization of IT and some of the things that are going on there. One of the big concerns I have is that as consumerization progresses, we're going to see cloud services leak into the enterprise. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the first thing is that I mean by consumerization tools like the iPhone, the iPad, the BlackBerry, all of these tools that fit in a consumer's pocket. They're involved in the enterprise. Folks get used to using them every day at home and in their day to day life. And before you know it, they trickle into your enterprise. Some have more impact and concern than others, but they range all of those devices down to USB keys and a variety of other things. Now, one of the big problems, of course, with that is those devices have been around for a while. We probably know how to handle them. But that big issue that's out there is a lot of those new devices now are being backed up by consumer cloud services. So things like MobileMe and Dropbox, file sharing tools, and even to some extent the remote access tools like GoToMyPC and stuff like that. You have consumers who are starting to use these gadgets and these tools in their day-to-day consumer and electronic lives. Well, then they come to work and they want to leverage those same opportunities, those some same capabilities that they do day to day. They want to be able to use them in the enterprise, and they probably are using them in the enterprise. So the problem that that presents is that a lot of these cloud services are slowly leaking into the enterprise through this kind of consumerization vector. And the profile for security folks has really been focused around the idea that we're going to throw up firewall rules or social media content validation, or we're going to use some DLP kinds of techniques to create technical blocks around these tools. So we're going to put up blacklisting and other types of technologies to keep users inside the enterprise from using these tools via the corporate network. The problem with that approach is that these folks are still carrying around things like the iPhone, right, in their pocket. So unless you're searching them as they come into your premises, they're probably already using these tools, and they're doing so over the cellular and other data networks where you probably have a lack of control. So it occurs to me that as this consumerization occurs, and especially this consumerization effect backed by these cloud-based, consumer cloud-based types of services, we're going to have to get more proactive with policy and process and awareness while we teach folks how to use some of that stuff safely. Because I think it's beyond question that they're going to use it. The question is, how do we teach them really how to make better decisions about our corporate data? Now, there's a lot of attention going on right now with the cloud. A lot of folks focused on security, a lot of admins and IT folks really trying to figure out, get their head around how they're going to host devices outside of the corporate environment, what effects that's going to have on hosting databases and data flow, and even perhaps virtualized desktops. But I don't think we're ready yet for the impact that this consumerized version of the cloud is going to bring into our environment. And that's what I wanted you to be thinking about. So thanks, JYDs. Hope this gives you something to think about. Maybe you can start to make some plans, talk to some of your users about consumerization of the cloud and some of these cloud services and how they can use them and can't use them depending on your environment. So thanks for listening. Talk to you soon. See you around the pound.